What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to Big Bro Losis Reacts. I'm Tamash. This is Ted.
This is Rainy.
And today we are on How to Get Away with Murder, Season 5, Episode 14, Make Me the Enemy.
I really hope this is an enemy series because she has gone through so much.
And she sacrificed a lot. And she got her life together and nobody else did, so that's my problem. But, well, I know, I would say Connor and Oliver did get their lives together, but everybody else is starting to drag them into stuff because this event happened at their wedding, so... They just got their stuff subpoenaed on Christmas. They took all of his laptop. He's confident that they can't get into it, but just yeah. But we did make an important stride, which is they're backing off of Annalise and looking into Governor Birch. Tegan, she basically ratted on the FBI agent and showed that there was some misconduct between her because Tegan's the informant for Laurel's dad, and then which makes her a legal informant, and then the FBI, you know, them two having some type of relationship. So she used that to protect Annalise because I think Tegan likes Annalise quite a bit, and because nobody asked Tegan to do anything. So in fact, they actually sent her an email to scare her, which I don't know if that's done more harm than good, but so far Tegan's on our side, so that's good.
Rainy.
And Governor, she approached Annalise and was like, I know who killed Nate Sr. And they said it was Emmett, her current boss. So I don't know how. We need a little bit more information, but that's kind of where we ended up. So, and I think that's because the FBI is not putting pressure on Birch. So, but I will say the main FBI girl, she did have it right so far. She was pretty good with her bonfire board, but the rest of it was like, nah, the evidence points to Birch. So thankfully she thinks a little bit more outside the box than he does. But anyway, let's get into this and see what they got. This is the penultimate episode, so full and early reactions are available on Patreon. Let's go.
Are we sure these are Emmett's phone records? I'm not sure of anything anymore.
Right.
I'm just saying, this is the same governor who played you before. They called the female guard just minutes after I quit CNG. Nate Sr. was dead 2 hours later. That's why I invited you here, so you could tell me who to believe. That man's into you, Annalise. Just a whiff of sex will lower his defenses. They're telling me to play the whore. I'm telling you to use the gift your mama gave you. But can we talk?
Of course. Let me again say thank you so much for Christmas.
Exactly what I wanted to talk to you about.
About that, it's just a moment. You don't have to worry.
I'm not worried.
I just mean we can pretend it never happened.
What if I wanted it to happen?
They really put that blur
Annalise,
effect on it like
I've
crazy.
already had one misconduct crisis at this firm.
So the board is why you're saying no. Are you sure there's not another reason?
I said, what do you mean blur effect?
What you mean?
It wasn't.
Like a filter.
I just think it's best if we keep this professional.
I get it. You can't stop being this firm's good little boy.
Gotta be patient, play the long game. Maybe you did over there. I don't know.
Everyone in here, including you, Oliver, we have a project. To get the laptop back, I'm thinking we focus on Fourth Amendment violations. Just quick. I can only be out of the office a few hours.
I'm back in charge. I like it.
Where's Laurel?
She got herself together.
Christopher, you were vague on the phone. I assume this is about the Miller investigation?
No. Someone keeps calling me from a blocked number and hanging up. I can find out who's calling and offer you and your son protection, but I need information in return.
Of course.
Oh my God, girl.
About my father? I'm more interested in people you know who also deserve to be in prison for crimes currently unsolved. I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah, I ain't got nothing to do with that. Sorry.
You do. So talk.
I don't.
Perhaps they can get you the
Talk
same immunity deal your professor wanted.
How about now? Look, she tried to plant that seed like Annalise took some.
Clearly you need time to think about it.
She's doing exactly what I do in her position. She's framing the only other person she can think of.
Just tell the truth.
Nate, you calm your ass down.
That's the letter to your mom. Yesterday, some slick lawyer visited. Said he wanted me to fire Annalise and hire him. I sent his sorry ass packing, of course.
Wow. Not the dots connecting.
Who else?
Yeah, who else could it have been?
You sure? These are all the visitors from that week.
Everyone will sign in at least.
What if I can get you more money?
I've done all I can, Nate.
Name your price.
How much?
You're the one making all that blood money from the firm.
Blood money.
Fine, but he only gets paid when he delivers.
He said, I gotta take out a small loan for this.
Talk later.
My mom wants to visit me this weekend,
Okay, well, have fun.
but she still thinks I'm in Regime.
What?
I I never told her I transferred from UVA.
Bro,
Why are you
come
telling
on.
me this?
Right.
I already saved your ass from federal prison, so my work is done.
I'm not getting involved in it. Y'all
Fine,
lie.
I'll just tell her the truth. So just be ready when she shows up at your door.
Tell her the truth and she goes back to snorting pills. You want that?
Look, I'm just really confused.
Wow.
I feel alone.
It's called adulthood, Gabriel.
Thanks for the advice.
Just tell her you're on vacation here.
At least one was a little hard, but I don't blame her.
me to do.
Gabriel's mother wants to visit. Go to his place. Make sure he stops her visit. Just like you did with Simon.
You hated what I did with Simon.
And we haven't heard from him since. Clearly I was wrong.
What's up?
Annalise's midterm is in a week, and my roommates don't care.
Makes sense.
A few weeks ago, IT alerted me to an email you received in which you were referred to as Jane Doe. I never confronted you about it because I didn't want to believe it was true. Is it?
No. I think whoever sent that email was trying to frame me. Well, I was afraid of this. Emmett, please. I'm not that stupid.
I know. That's why I called you in. You want my job, right?
I'm sorry?
I've decided to pursue a job opportunity out.
Why?
It's just time. You, on the other hand, deserve a promotion to managing partner if it's up to me. Now, it's not to mention you're
I'm
brilliant.
so confused what he's trying to do.
I know.
I'm
He's
not
trying to
sure I'm
run.
interested.
I'm interested.
Never sees the light of day. And I'll talk to the board. Thanks.
Maybe he's a bit more meticulous than we thought.
Yeah.
That other job.
Between us.
Girl, he's gonna run for DA.
Since when?
I don't know. But it's suspicious.
Between
right?
us.
If
With
he
the
knows
gossip
you know, and that the
immediately.
governor knows, this whole situation is insane, Annalise. No wonder you drink.
Y'all see what she go through.
Are you supposed to talk me out of letting my mother visit?
I don't know what you're talking
He's
about.
not stupid.
And then transfer back to wherever you came from.
Except I want to stay at Middleton.
Why?
Tell her.
You're not
How's she
saying
gonna
because
come
of
to your
me.
graduation?
I was never going to say that. But you know, it's good to know you think I like you that much.
Damn.
You hungry?
He's
Oh,
trapping
yes.
you, Michaela. Come on, you can do better than that. Oh, why does he want to stay here? Maybe he's not satisfied with the answers he got about his dad. Laura, you keep spiraling about this little blanket blood. Throw it away. She better not betray them. Don't do that to my favorite character. Don't write her that way. Come on, Frank, where you at? Oh, Bonnie. Talk.
Can we talk?
Yes. Fate made this interaction happen.
You have every right to hate me. I don't.
Just let me say this. But no one ever protected me when I was a child. So the fact that I'm now the adult who hurt Christopher, I'll never forgive myself. What if I forgive you instead? You don't need to do that. It's not your job. I'm so sorry.
Maybe that whole exchange will have Laura rethink.
That's what I'm hoping.
That
The
or
two of
she
you
was.
100% sure to wash the seized property issue here doesn't appear to belong to you.
FBI hasn't looked at any materials on the computer beyond what's outlined
They're
in
gonna
the
kick
warrant.
Connor
A
off.
warrant requested by the same FBI agent who was recently called out for misconduct in the case of Gabriel Maddox.
The wedding is the last place Ronald Miller was seen alive.
And already deleted some of them.
Wedding photographer.
Young man, don't do that.
We're a team!
Sorry. My point is, there is no legitimate reason why they needed access to the entire computer. But
I rule that the FBI can keep the computer as long as they need.
As long as they
Motion denied.
Too bad.
They tried.
Why you send it to her work email? Is you a fool?
I thought we were getting footage.
Couldn't access the full archives, just some compressed files. Think it's Emmy?
Looks like him. I want to smack the back of that head enough times.
You're right.
About?
About me being the firm's bitch. Perhaps go to dinner with me sometime.
Said to give us some time to think.
Is tonight too soon?
At least said I need to get this done and over with.
It's a New York
Think it's a
number,
prank.
but Boda said it's probably just a decoy so no one can trace the
The only
location.
person we know in New York is Eve, right?
Open can of worms.
Sounds like her mama.
The number's disconnected. Maybe I should just call my brother.
Stop.
I need him to tell me what's going on.
Maybe this is
Do
one
we
of
know
those
about
times
her
where we
brother?
do
No,
nothing.
no.
Look, we're never gonna be together, I know.
No, wait, he probably was at the dinner table that
Christopher's my
one
guy.
season.
It's for my date with Emmett.
What?
He changed his mind.
You can't go.
It was your idea.
Emmett had Nate Sr. killed Annalise.
What
I
else?
called in a favor and got a copy of his phone records.
Do we got transcripts?
They match what the governor gave you.
Just your IT guy.
IT woman, and yes, she's my ex and she's a genius.
Then why is she your ex?
My point is,
That
Emmett's guilty.
was a good question, though.
I want to look him in the eye. Make his guilty ass swear.
Please do. But everything is pointing so heavily in in this direction. Let's hope we ain't getting played.
Down.
Yeah, I know my way around the kitchen.
Seriously, if you were to make this for my whole house, they might actually want you to stick around.
You really want to know why I want to stay
Make
here?
grilled cheese. I need the recipe.
You're in love with me. I get it.
I don't buy that Wes killed Sam.
See?
And maybe you're
That's why
okay
he
with
ain't
not
leaving.
knowing anything about your birth parents, but I want to know about my father.
But Wes actually did kill
And that
Sam.
includes finding out how he died.
He did.
I get that. More than you know.
What do you mean?
My birth father shot my mother.
Ooh.
Do I know why? No. Because all I know is that I am responsible for me. Not my birth parents, not
And this
my
season has
adoptive
really been about
parents.
everybody's parents.
And honestly, I really like that. Because that means I don't have to deal with their crap or expectations and I get to be me. And on most days, I really like me. None of my parents have anything to do with that.
Now I see why Annalise sent you. You just made up that story so we could stop talking about Sam.
He just doesn't trust him. That's
What? Call your mother. Tell her everything, including that Michaela Pratt will never ever be with Elaine's son.
What's her name?
Let me go.
She saw somebody get shot.
I believe you, all right?
I hate myself for even telling you it.
Okay?
Oh great, now the ex comes in.
Oh god.
What's going on?
He don't believe any of them though. That's the thing. That's why he's staying. 'Cause he thinks they're all liars. Well, I mean, they are all liars, but
Nothing.
You're running for district attorney.
Yeah, I was waiting until dessert to tell you.
Why?
Isn't it obvious you don't approve?
Who cares if I approve?
I do.
I don't know if I believe you.
See, I knew this would ruin our dinner.
Who says it's wrong?
But you should see the way you're looking at
I'm
me.
just trying to get to know the real you.
Well, I'm here. Ask me anything you want.
Why are you covering up something?
I have no idea what the hell
You
you're
don't
talking
get a
about.
big job at the most powerful law firm in the world without burying a few bodies.
right.
Is that your friend? Smartest person in the room?
I'm realer than anyone else in the room.
So if that were true, you would appreciate being with a medical. But you can't handle that. You'd rather go in attack mode, make me the enemy, even if it means pushing away someone who cares about you. I just don't get you, Annalise.
But like she said, he got to where he got somehow.
Because I get you completely.
She didn't even play her card yet though.
We need the video of this meeting. Warden Sykes is the only one who can sign off.
I don't know him.
But you got something on him.
I'm calling to thank you for handling the Nate Lady senior transfer.
I'm willing to tell you about what's coming down the line. I just need you to agree. Give me all the security cam footage from your visitor's room on this date.
Come on,
The judge
Warden.
had it out for me from the start.
That was good,
Plus,
yeah.
the
That was
argument she
good.
made
That was
about
a
the
good play.
removal of West's thing about the appearance of impropriety with judges.
You can't re-argue the same motion twice.
Unless there's new evidence.
Which there isn't.
Then what do you call this?
She was
The
paid off.
motion states you have newly discovered evidence. Or, like your husband, you plan to waste my time here today?
When you signed the warrant,
Clinton
it
is
was
butt
Christmas Day, during which you ate at Delmonico's wine bar.
How do you know that?
My old neighbor's waiter there. Talked to him last night.
Signing a...
Respectfully, how can we know that you didn't have wine with your meal?
I didn't.
But it's a wine bar.
You're worried about the public appearance?
Respectfully, yes. Because according to my research, you should be worried about the public appearance too.
Were you or were you not under the influence at the time you signed the warrant? Clearly the answer is no.
Yes, but you only have my word. Mr. Hampton, I don't often say this, but well done.
Your Honor, this is a district
The only way I can expect others to hold themselves accountable in my courtroom is if I do it myself. So thank you for being my teacher here today. I hereby vacate the warrant and order the immediate return of Mr. Hampton's computer.
Wow. Shout out to all of them.
I thought you always said you'd never want to find them.
I didn't. But Gabriel keeps making me feel like if I don't, then I'm never gonna feel whole or something.
You're already whole. You're like the wholest woman I've ever met.
Then why do I feel like I need to do this?
Same reason I called my mom.
Mm.
You called your mom?
Yeah, on Christmas after Pam was all.
Where are your parents? That was the name of the episode.
Still no call back, by the way, which
He literally went from the
Everything's always
richest boy who
part
had.
around us, so we want our mommy or our daddy to tell us everything's gonna be okay. It's actually pretty damn understandable.
This is the wisest thing he's ever said.
My laptop has a program that takes a picture of anyone who tries to access my encrypted files.
Look.
I'm
Of
dead.
course, Celeste wasn't trying to snoop.
Look at the background.
Ooh. They know.
Oh my god.
They know everything.
Shout out to Oliver's programs. Oliver's saving the day
Yes,
here.
you'd be in jail right now if they had any real proof. Don't do anything until I call back.
Get you nowhere. She always do.
You want to be real, then you be real with me.
Oh.
Oh God, I'm scared.
Kill that man, Annalise.
How he know?
Whoever told you that is trying to get between us.
You and Tegan told me. CNG has had a bug in Tegan's office since Centaurus. I went and listened to it after our dinner.
A copy of his phone records.
Bug is
You're
crazy.
too smart to believe anything the governor told you.
Oh God,
What
she's
is
making
this?
her right.
I'm here as a friend. I'll tell you who killed your father.
You don't
You
know
just
nothing
need
more
your
than
true
you
favor.
do.
She's
right there.
aggravating.
The night Nate Sr. was shot, you called Paula Glad.
I never made a call. This is all fake.
Even if
Why
they
in the hell would I kill Nate's father?
There's a photo of you meeting with him. Are you gonna lie about that too?
Come on, Bonnie, with the footage.
I'm gonna lose my job for this footage, so go somewhere else if you're gonna kill negative.
I was genuinely happy when I was getting ready for our dinner last night. I felt alive, that I felt lucky to be seen with, but for you, the whole night was just a
No,
game.
it was a game to you.
First instinct is to believe the worst in people.
You know nothing about me.
Was it your husband? Was it he who broke?
Oh, don't.
Why everybody getting somebody at their door? Who is this?
Can I help you?
Package for Lord Castillo?
I'm scared. It might be a bomb. Hell no, hell no, hell no, hell no. Hell no. Why is they coming to Connor's place to deliver a package?
You
They
want to
all
talk
live
about
together.
broken?
Oh yeah.
Why
That's
the
right.
hell were you so scared? The world doesn't belong to you and your good old boys anymore. It belongs to me.
Now that was a bold statement. Turn around. It might not be him. Because I was going to say everything conveniently started pointing towards him.
God. Body.
Who could that be though?
Connor.
No.
I've seen him before.
He has. Who?
It's the
Somebody been playing them.
Is that?
Her mother's scalp?
my mother.
What?
Emmett's not the lawyer in the photo.
Who is it?
Xavier Castillo.
Her brother?
Laura's brother.
Oh, fuck. Coming for revenge for what they did to her father. Oh, hell. He scalped his own fucking mother? What the fuck is wrong with her family? What the fuck? He scalped his own... Did you see the meat?
Yeah.
Oh my God, and they've been playing with Laurel Con. Tegan was right to be scared. These people are fucking dangerous. What the fuck? I wonder, because I think it was season 1 or 2 that Laurel had went back home and they had the dinner table scene. Was that brother there?
I don't know. I don't remember.
It was a big table full of people, but they didn't really focus because Laurel got into an argument and they kicked her. Well, she was leaving anyway, but they was like, yeah, you need to go. And I think that was really the only time we seen her family.
Yeah, it had to be that time.
But she called them out for always being fake. She was like, we just gonna sit here and pretend everything is all perfect when everybody all fucked up now. So that's fucking crazy. So Jorge has been plotting revenge. He been watching their moves and planting seeds and making them deceive each other. So if he ordered a hit on Nate Sr. to get back at Annalise, which made them come to different conclusions because they would never, I mean, I don't want to say never, but they wouldn't assume he had did it because he's in jail, right? So then it makes them, their minds are wondering, and then now they all putting different, coming up with different conclusions. Which, I mean, I don't know that he could have predicted that somebody was going to kill somebody over this, but Nate ended up killing Ron for no reason, putting all this guilt and pressure on Bonnie. Well, technically Bonnie did the killing, but they both killed him. And they killed an innocent man, which that's gonna kill them inside. Now the FBI is onto them. They're really pushing this bonfire case. Oh, it's bad. And then we're accusing Emmett and all of him doing all of that. And yeah, I don't know. That kind of got a little crazy. And then if they stopping people, ain't nobody safe.
Right.
And next week the finale for us. So. I mean, what can we do against a man that's already in prison? But then the governor, though, my whole thing about her, too, is she's shady. We already know she's shady. So, like, what really is she doing here? Is my question.
That's what I'm trying to figure out. Because
And
she's doing something. There's no way she's innocent.
right, because, I mean, so Emmett is saying, oh, this is fake. In which we're seeing in the footage that it was Laurel's brother. So where's all this stuff from Emmett coming from? Is she trying to frame Emmett? Like, did she make all that up?
Right.
Or is she working with Jorge and they're helping, you know, turn everybody against Annalise because, of course, she's going to go into attack mode. She just attacked Emmett, who is innocent, I guess. And so that means since the governor gave that to her, that maybe she's helping with this motive that...
It's also confusing.
I know, it's so much because there's so many different things. And it's like, there's a mastermind behind this, but you just don't know because there's way too many people involved. The prison system, you know what I mean, our group, and then our group is not always together like they used to be. So like, we got to sit here and call each other and find each other. And
but they're not all together.
the kids live together. The adults stay separate from the kids most of the time. We usually see them like one at a time. Like Annalise will go there, or Bonnie will go there this episode, or Frank will go there. Like they're not all together. I think the last time we all seen them together was at the wedding, and really not so much all together because everybody was in different places. But I think when they did their vows, I think everybody was in the same room. But that's really it. Like everybody ain't really been all together. Somebody is always missing. So it's so hard to hog-tie notes when we all got different pieces of the puzzle. And it's not that they don't share, they just don't share immediately. And then by the time you guys share, somebody has already then set off another chain of events by doing something else, you know what I mean? Or going to talk to somebody or whatever. Like Laurel almost made a big mistake simply because, you know, misinformation was spread. She tried to, you know, allude that Annalise took an immunity deal. So which Laurel like, fuck, I got to protect myself because I got to protect my kids. So it's just like, then she took the blanket, but thankfully she had that conversation with Bonnie that seemed to you know, make her have a change of heart. But she was 2 seconds away from making that decision. So it's just like this whole scenario, if it is orchestrated by Laurel's father, and then somebody else had got the fake call too. It wasn't just Laurel. Remember somebody else? Was it Annalise that got the call?
I don't know.
I can't remember.
But Oliver having his computer take a screenshot, anytime somebody tries to enter his encrypted file, it's not only genius, but it's funny. Like, it's just so hilarious. I don't know. Like,
it's smart because he want to know. Because isn't that how he found them, or something like that? Like, no, it wasn't him. It was
someone else. It was
they did something similar with somebody's computer, and it was kind of funny.
Yeah, but it was Oliver getting hacked. Remember?
Oh yeah, it was season 2. Oh boy, that ended up killing the parents or whatever. Mm-hmm. Yeah, they had got like a screenshot of him, and then Wes had noticed. I think it was Wes that noticed the photo in the background, or something like that. Anyway, yeah, that was genius on Oliver's part. He got the win in court and everything. But yeah, it's the group versus the FBI versus the governor versus Jorge, and it's just like, yeah. And they just keep trying to have Annalise make enemies out of everybody. We also got some valuable intel because it's good to know that CNG is bugged and that we absolutely cannot be having conversations in there anymore. Because God knows what else they done said in there.
Right.
Because they do just be talking sometimes when they think they alone. And you don't know who knows what. And then as Oliver showed us, everything is hackable. So if somebody hacks CNG and they have been talking in CNG and all that stuff got recorded, who knows what somebody knows, you know what I mean? I can't in my head pinpoint every single conversation, you know, revealing conversation that they've had in CNG, but they all be talking a lot. But yeah, I need everybody to get together next episode, and we need to make a solid plan on what to do. And now Emmett's involved. That's the other thing. So even if he were to come, we got to be tight-lipped. Same with Tegan. If she comes, we got to be tight-lipped. Rainy, get over here. So it's just like, really, I just need the whole group minus Tegan and Emmett. We can catch them up later.
Yeah.
Because everybody need to talk unfiltered.
At Bonnie's house.
Yeah. So.
Because that's the best way to talk.
And nobody needs to be alone if Xavier is out there scouting
For real.
folks.
Everybody go to the teens' house, or not the teens, what the heck, to the young adults' houses.
Yeah. So that's crazy. I just want to watch the finale.
Yeah,
get it over with.
All right.
Anyway, very good episode, very good season. Oh, I also wanted to really talk about the theme of this season being about the parents, because that is a big, thing. They've really been pushing on each and every character to explore their past. We got Bonnie and her family. We already knew about, how she had nobody to protect her as a child, but then they had dived into her sister and what happened with her child, which I want them to go back to because we were supposed to search for that child and things went off the rail. But I do want Bonnie to find her kid.
Right.
Because the sister then sold the son. Oh, it was a son, right? Whatever. The sister then got rid of the child. And I'm like, that needs to be explored a little bit more. Bonnie just didn't have the mental capacity to do that at the time. But that still needs to be discovered. But we got into her past. We met Oliver's parents. Well, his mama. We didn't meet the dad.
I don't think so.
Connor's parents we had already met. We met the dads in 4, and then we met the mom this season. She's wild. We got a little bit of, I don't know. I can't really tell if Michaela actually made that story yet because then she started looking for her parents. So that made me assume that they're alive, or at least the dad is maybe.
I don't know. I think she doesn't know anything about them.
Maybe she just got that detail about the dad shooting the mom and she was just taken in to child custody. I don't know. Okay, well, she's looking into that, and then Asher said he called his mama, but she said, don't you ever talk to me again. So I don't think he's ever going to get any, I don't know, closure with his mother because, I mean, it might be years down the line when he's older because she's sick about her husband, and they blame Asher for that heavily, so.
But he shouldn't have been doing what he's doing, so,
No, remember, he turned on his dad to,
no, not Asher.
Oh,
I'm talking about his dad.
Yeah, I agree. But in the mama's eyes, everything he did got them where they were, which is rich, happy, successful. And to them, Asher took that away from them, regardless of how they got the money. Some people really just don't care how if you lie, steal, or cheat to get something, and they're happy as long as their selfish needs are being met. But you know what I mean?
Yeah, they're happy as long as they're happy.
So she cut Asher off for that. But Asher, he gets on my nerves, but he does have a heart. And so in his eyes, right is right, is wrong. Except if your name is Sinclair, then you just got to run the fuck over. But anyway, I just always find it hilarious when they bring up the fact that he ran Sinclair. Because they like, for real, you the real murderer, you and West, because we ain't killed nobody. You straight up ran over Sinclair.
And it's not like it was an accident. Like he was ahead.
No, he said, fuck this bitch. Boom.
And then had the audacity where somebody would be like, you mean I ran over my dog? Like, okay, sure.
And then he sat on top of her body for a while, like an hour. Didn't move, just in the middle of the parking lot, sitting there. Hilarious.
So she could have been like half dead and like died like 10 minutes later.
With just oils and heat pouring on her body, her injured body. Anyway, let's get back to ending this video because it's a lot going on. We need to see how they're gonna end the season. I just don't know. And how can we wrap this up in one episode? Because we literally just figured stuff out. So
it's always like, how can we wrap it up in one episode?
And it makes me mad though too because Nate Sr. got killed, all the Supreme Court cases that Annalise was supposed to fight have stopped. And so she's no longer helping people. And that's what irritates me because she was supposed to be making a difference, and I was actually looking forward to seeing that. So, because so far she tried to help her one friend that was in prison. She ended up dying. And then she went to try to help Nate Sr. was literally finishing that off to go to the next case, and he died. Like, can we get a fucking win? Like, can she actually free these people from the corrupt system? Because ain't nobody else gonna do it. But I understand we can't just do that for the rest of the series. The plot has to move forward. But I'm just like, I would have preferred, they skipped some time and she had been freeing people. Like, you know what I mean? I would have felt good. But anyway, let me stop talking. Thank you guys for watching. Of course, you want to hear what you guys thought.
Be sure to like, comment, share, subscribe, so you can be for next.
And we'll see you guys for more How to Get Away with Murder.